the NFL International Series on EA Sports. Josh Allen and the London Black Knights versus Drew Lock and the New York Jets.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the London Black Knights. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the 7th overall pick in 2018 from Wyoming. It's Josh Allen.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
They're hoping to get rid of that interception ball. They'll throw down the field, caught by his running back. They'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Well, there's a pretty big start right there. They go bombs away on the first play from scrimmage.
Put a smile on your face.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Gabriel Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And the Jets, 1st down.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
The ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard.
No escape for Lock, and he'll go down.
Loss of 8 yards.
And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means other guys on his team helped him.
And pressure gets to him again.
10-yard loss on the play.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been...
Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security. They're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
They had 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter.
At the 22-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Locke, and that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Black Knights 7, Jets 3.
So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards as they get to reset the sticks. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and get the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
43-yard line.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. Oh, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown! Cam Akers, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And New York set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 25-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Locke. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson able to record his 5th sack of the season. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Jets.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. He wants the football to tell. It's going to be early. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
What part do they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. all receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
And he's got nobody else there to protect him. And he gets into the end zone for a touchdown. Gabriel Davis with a second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
On 3rd and long, it's Long. And he picks up the football near his own goal line. And he's going to bring the football back for a touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Tyler Bass set to kick.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to turnover differential. Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Conner. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
28, Jets 3.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. He's got Daly. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession, and he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they feel really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say now he wants the first half trip, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Sliding out of the pocket. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Gabriel Davis on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches, and being able to try and shut him.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Taken down back at the 20-yard line.
Locke working out of the gun. No escape for Locke, and he'll go down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Shotgun snap to Locke. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 44.
London about set to take over on offense. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Stephon Tuitt. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt when a few things is going right defensively.
And he will take it in for the touchdown. Gabriel Davis on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And this offense continues to pour it on. And the route is on here in this first half. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just 1 shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Throwing up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
At their own 25-yard line.
We see Drew Lock and the offense coming back on. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down. Lock. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 30.
London about set to take over on offense. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move?
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Alex Anzalone in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Eluding the pressure well. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Westbrook complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth.
7-yard line.
Allen off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. That's complete to Davis. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 10 more there and another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Going quickly out to the right side. And stepped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. So on 4th down, they decided to go with a run-pass option. A good decision.
And the run can get you there, but the pass gets you there quicker. Nice decision. Picks up a first down.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
50, Jets 10.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried. Because a lot of times, that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. No escape for Locke, and he'll go down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, Locke looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Locke, pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on third and long. And he's going to go down again. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
For the field goal, a 57-yard attempt.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
First play of the drive there is incomplete. D.D. Westbrook is intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
Incomplete. It leads to second.
On play action, Allen being chased out left. And he completes it to Westbrook. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And give him a gain of 37. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. What a first half this has been offensively and defensively. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Gabriel Davis, as the first half is winding down. And this offense is running away with this one.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow, because they've had a tough time through the first two quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And they're able to ground it in there on the two-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The two-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for two, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for too early? That's what people are wondering about.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So we've reached, there you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
Jets 10.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Clock now on first down. Making the catch is Sternberger. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Looking to throw again on second down. Lock. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
And 4 yards to go.
From the gun, it's Locke. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
9 yards.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Lock now on first down. He wants to throw all the time. And this is picked up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved. And they got it done a second time.
And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else Browns, we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
London about set to take over on offense.
They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Rouzier on the tackle. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 7.
Now Joe Mixon. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On third down, Mixon. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
So he caught inside the 10. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So the illegal forward pass also costs them a down, and now it's 2nd and long. On play action, Allen.
Throw for Westbrook, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Braswell.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Locke, and that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's 3rd down and 13.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Locke. He's got him in. Corey Davis. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to get a score back.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
His guys take over 1st and 10.
London about set to take over on offense. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's he's just going to speed right past him.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Mixon with a first down carry. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. They'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Cam Akers with a second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on. But apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
25-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
It's so tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
On 3rd down, no escape for Locke, and he'll go down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, they're looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter.
2nd down and 10.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
This one caught by Davis. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Again, they'll throw with Allen. That's caught. Touchdown. Cam Akers there to make the grab. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Pass for the extra point.
And the touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's, you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
And the Jets set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Lock. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down, Jets.
Operating from the gun. Lock. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Lock. In trouble, and he's taken down. Jordan Evans leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Welcome back now here in London. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Here's Allen to throw it. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Off the play fake. Allen. It's wearing the tight end with it. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Allen's throw is complete. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. They have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the fumble recovery, it's Lock. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 2, Lock's going to throw. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Jets.
Again, it's Lock. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Corey Davis with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jets are at least able to knock the deficit down a bit.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner.
It is good.
You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. London about set to take over on offense. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player because when I think blowout,
because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But when I was calling college football, I saw a game that a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Las Vegas.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Cheetah Bay Aluzier with a pick. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sideline, obviously the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Shotgun snap to Locke. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Jay Sternberger there. And it's third down.
Coverage defensively by Logan Ryan.
Locke working out of the gun. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
A 54-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Keeps the score Black Knight.
Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Allen off the play fake, out to his left. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, his second touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback. And now look at him go. 20, 10. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Number 17.
Davante Adams. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to get a score back.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
I bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
He's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see it back. Just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well.
Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles. But defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got him in position.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. New York ready to go again offensively. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Slant to Adams.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. From the gun. Blocked. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At their 49-yard line.
Watt going to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
It's like my old high school coach used to say, Charles. He said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Down and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
London about set to take over on offense.
And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried or concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run with Mixon. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Yards to go.
Operating from the gun. Lock. Now this is intercepted. He's trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by Logan Ryan. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right?
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by one more.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The offense for the Jets ready to take over.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because you're not going to win.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the home team here, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Jets,